as you can see, the White 90 is now outside. It's a rather chilly 18th of October, and I took it for a ride yesterday. Went up the hill, went like a rocket. Brakes were great, no problems at all. So I thought, that's it. I'll just lift it up and finish off the waxing underneath, and touched it up. And when I lifted it up, well, you can see from the picture here what I found on the floor. There was a drip of oil coming out of the bell housing. Now, why it didn't do that before, I don't know. I seem to recall it had a wading plug in it. But when I took it out, when I was playing with the brakes underneath, nothing came out. It wasn't until I drove it up the road, going up the hill and giving it a damn good thrashing, that I noticed there's oil coming out of it. So I've got to now change the rear crank seal, which means taking out the engine for me. A lot of people take the gearboxes out, but that's really a two-man job, really, because it is a bit fiddly and you have to mess about with the cross member and all that stuff. So for me, being on my own, and I've got a nice lift, you know, I've got a nice engine lift, it's just as easy for me to pull the engine out, which is a bit of a shame because I was almost there taking it out before when we did the timing belt. I just didn't know. So fortunately, my friend Alfred in Paraguay sent me one of these. I bought some of these off him. These are the HS 2.8 seals, and you can see down here there's extra holes which we've got to drill and tap into the back of the engine, because these seals were renowned for warping, and I bet you that this one's warped. Why it's warped, why it's done it now, I don't know. Maybe it was just a little drip before and somebody put a plug in it. I didn't know. I really don't know what's going on with these damn things sometimes. But it is a bit discouraging because I am so far behind with work. I mean, I planned to get this 200 TDI engine transplant done. I haven't even finished the bloody engine yet because of all this waiting for parts and things like this. So, and it is a bit discouraging. Oh, what's fell off? It is a bit discouraging sometimes. Well, it's getting to be all the time now. But one thing I just want to say to you guys, every week I get 2 calls for people in, you know, locally, like say Quebec or whatever, who want me to repair their Land Rover for them. And sometimes the big repairs, I had a guy call me yesterday and he said there's no reverse on his gear, LT77. And I said, well, I've got some gearboxes here, but I'll send you one out. Or will you fit it? Well, I don't really want to, but I don't know, we'll see. But what I wanted to say to you is this, is if you're going to buy a Defender, find a mechanic who's going to look after it, because nobody around here will touch them. Nobody will have a go at Land Rovers. Very, very few. And if they do, they'll never want one back. Now, I've been doing these for years and years and years, so I know I'm pretty much inside and out. But, you know, like, you've got to find somebody to look after them. And usually, people who import these cars, they're not really mechanics. And this is the one thing about these Defenders. You've got to be hands-on with them and fix them. And this is the whole point of this channel, so I can help you fix your own problems. You see what I mean? I don't do it for fun. But anyway, let's get this car in the shop, get it mounted back on the lift again in its own place. It's like a mother hen, isn't it? Just can't wait to get on that lift. And pull the engine off. Pull the engine out. Not pull it off, that's rude, isn't it? It is kind of easy to do, I must admit, and it's not back-breaking. You're not like underneath the car struggling on with a bloody gearbox. Because what I wanted to explain to you is this. It's easy to drop the gearbox out if there's 2 people, because the high and low shift lever that sticks out, once you start to tip it to bring it out, it catches on the seat base, and you just need somebody just to pull it down and push it, which makes it equally difficult when you're putting it back in, because the bloody lever flops around and hits the seat base. If you've got 2 people, not a problem. But I found out it was just as easy when you're on your own just to pull the engine out, especially on a 300 TDI, because you don't have to take the floor out or anything like that. Oh, look at this, look at this. Look at that. perfect formation. Well done, chaps. Can you see them? That's good, isn't it? They're going the wrong way. They're supposed to be going south. Oh, that was a treat, wasn't it? I hope you got that because I couldn't see the lens. Oh, there's some more going, look. There they go. They're not in formation, them lot. What fun. About time I was flying away. Right, let's get this in the shop.